Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and guess what? Link2, who is my sponsor, is having a $2,500 minimums. So usually it's like, I think usually they keep it at $5,000 or $10,000 minimums, but today until midnight Pacific time, you can invest for $2,500 minimum in all of their private equity on the platform. So just wanted to make you aware of that. That's linqto.com. I do have my 12-year-old in the room, and he's being a smart aleck about me doing my video. So, all right, he's actually standing beside my computer. He's doing a weird dance. There's something wrong with this kid. Do you want to say anything without saying your name or anything? Just don't be a jerk. All right, then leave me alone. Okay. All right, so right now I'm literally doing this video while my 12-year-old acts like some weirdo standing beside me because he thinks it's funny. Don't spill my coffee, please. All right, so we've got an XRP that is has been on the move this morning. I think it was over 47 cents earlier, and here's what the guys that do the charts are saying. XRP, Crypto Insight UK, XRP still acting differently. We're looking for an explosive move, key levels to watch. And he's got his charts. And then right here, Dark Defender says XRP's testing the 46.4623 Fibonacci. And then it says both price and RSI figures have higher lows. XRP will break here till Sunday to start the $1.88 journey. Enjoy your Friday coffee. In fact, I am enjoying my Friday coffee. I'm on cup number 2 right now. Let me take a couple of sips while we're talking about it. Okay, now I saw this tweet. This is a tweet from 2017 that was going around this morning, and I wanted to bring it to your attention. This right here is what was going on in the XRP market in December. Brad Garlinghouse tweeted this on December 14th, 2017. XRP during that time period, as it should, outperformed everything in the crypto markets, okay? I mean, by a long shot. Bitcoin, Ethereum, all of it. It jumped Ethereum. I mean, it may have jumped Ethereum in early 2018, but anyway, the point is, when we had a real, true market where there was no manipulation, no regulatory capture, no corruption, no lying media, all that stuff. When you had that, XRP blew the doors off of everything. I've always thought that the way this story ends is XRP, after we get past all the lies and all the regulatory capture and all the stuff, that XRP would end the story, because, you know, lies don't stand the test of time anyway. But this is what Brad Garlinghouse said in December 2017. Today, and unfortunately in our stupid world, this is the kind of dumb stuff people are focused on. Today, XRP was officially more popular than both Kylie Jenner and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and far more useful than both. The 8th most searched topic on Google was XRP. I believe we will be in that same place. And I retweeted, I said, before corruption and regulatory capture, this is how the story ends, but better. And I do believe that. Now, folks, the more I see of what this White House meeting was, if you go back and you look at the people that were in the White House meeting, you can draw, besides Brad Garlinghouse and maybe Christian Carlo, you can't forget, Christian Carlo is the guy who referred Sam Bankman-Fried to Gary Gensler. I remember researching that. Even though I think Christian Carlo is one of the good guys, and maybe it was just a simple thing where he happened to know the guy, but I think Gary knew well ahead of that all about Sam Bankman-Fried and his parents. But many of the people in the room, and this is the problem, they've conducted Operation Choke Point 2.0 for over 3 years and tried to kill the crypto industry. And now we're to believe, because of some White House meeting, which I think that they held just to give the appearance that they were and try to quell the crypto rebellion that was jumping ship and going to Trump. And I think they just wanted to be symbolic. And they, you know what they may have done also? They may have dropped the lawsuit against Paxos because it's the least because it's the least important lawsuit. It's one of the bones that Gary could have thrown everybody to make it look like, oh yeah, they're actually doing something. He didn't drop the Ripple lawsuit, did he? But anyway, I don't trust these people. This woman right here, Kristen Smith from the Blockchain Association. The Blockchain Association never, ever, not one time lifted a finger to help Ripple. And I know Ripple's a member of the Blockchain Association now, but I think they would do that just like Brad Garlinghouse would go to a White House meeting in good faith. But that doesn't mean that Brad Garlinghouse or Ripple trust these people, and I sure don't. This woman never lifted a finger, and we were putting it all right underneath her nose. And most of the people in that White House meeting, you could tie directly in one way or another to ETHgate and to FTX. And the SEC was involved in both of those, and the CFTC was involved in both of those. But here she is talking about it a little bit.
Kristen, thank you so much for being here. Now, you were at a roundtable led by Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna. It included several industry players and members of Biden's administration as well. Walk me through this meeting and what you brought to the room. And can you also weigh in on how many groups were there?
Yeah, no, it was a really productive meeting that was held across the street from the White House yesterday with, I think there were probably about 25 to 30 people within the crypto industry, as well as a handful of folks from the administration. Senator Gillibrand was there as well. But Ro Khanna really deserves credit for pulling all of this together. It was a really productive.
Remember also, Senator Gillibrand and Loomis never acknowledged ETHgate. Neither one of them. Those two, I don't trust either. Neither one of them. And remember, Loomis just endorsed Ian Kane against John Deaton. Okay?
Conversation. I think, for a long time, the crypto industry has.
I think you have rats in there. And I wrote here, I think Brad Garlinghouse smelled, if you look at his tweets, I think he smelled the rats when he got out of the meeting. Probably before, during, and after. Now, see, no, there are some people like Cowboy Crypto, I hope you're listening out there. He was pointing out, rightfully so, Ryan Selkis's part in ETHgate. Ryan Selkis was at Consensus. But here's the only thing I'll say, and I hope this is right, and I'm not saying I'm right, but Ryan Selkis, if you remember, it appeared that he was one of the only people from ETHgate that realized, hey man, I better stop all this Ripple bashing and join that side of things, because he's the one that let Brad Garlinghouse dunk him in the booth. And now, there's two things that bother me about Ryan Selkis now, and I'll keep bringing them up until we see how it falls out. He isn't outwardly showing support for John Deaton, and the other thing is that he goes out of his way never to mention Ripple when he's listing companies that need to be left alone in crypto. Okay, so my antenna is up. I'm hoping that he has really come to the good side. Here, I agree with him. Dems continued their unrelenting hatred towards crypto, and yet somehow a large group of my colleagues did a sham meeting and cosplay at bipartisanship. And I think he's right. I think it was a BS meeting. Now, these guys are talking about it here on the Paul Barron show. Watch.
That's an interesting stance. And one thing that most people don't know is that the GAO has already ruled that SAB 121 is major rulemaking, which is subject to this rule called the CRA, the Congressional Review Act. And Gary Gensler and the SEC did not follow the process and procedure. They did not go to Congress and give them an opportunity to approve it. So it's illegal by definition, and yet somehow the current administration has kind of just said, yeah, okay, so the GAO rejected it. We're still going to let the SEC do it. It's regulators run amok, and there's no other way to describe it. Anyway, that's kind of what's led to all of this. And then Ro led a roundtable just this week, going to DC to try to educate some of the folks on the White House staff about what is crypto about, what does this SAB 121 do, and what we should about. By the way, interesting, Roe initially voted no on the SAB 121 repeal, which was generally reviewed negatively by crypto aficionados like myself. But he just, on the revote that they just had, which was this morning, he voted yes. So he changed.
Okay. And then we have, this is from the hearing of Coinbase, says they had one of those telephone-in hearings, said 65 listen-only participants. Put that in perspective. You remember when the court was having hearings while the SEC Ripple case was going on, the XRP Army had put over 1,000 people on those phones. All this stuff you see in crypto, that anything that makes reference to any community or any of this stuff being as big as the XRP Army is a joke. There is no bigger army. There's no bigger group community in crypto than the XRP Army, and that's the fact, Jack. Now, I'm not going to play this, but this is another clip from Charles Payne talking about the great wealth transfer. I think Charles Payne took him a while, but I think he figured out that crypto is the way. I'm going to skip that. I want to show you this. I don't think this is the shot, but they're saying that apparently Vitalik Buterin that somebody tried to kill Vitalik Buterin, one of the founders of ETH, at this in Belgium at ETHCC side event. And I don't know how this clip is related to it, but it says that somebody made an attempt on his life. Preliminary investigation results show a suspect in a pump.fun hoodie messaging with event banner 10 million before the Ethereum founder's speech. Look at this. If I can get it to play, let me hit a refresh on that. See if I can make that play right.
Really big picture question.
That guy doesn't look like he's trying to kill anybody. But anyway, that was a whole article. Now, here's what we're going to talk about in DAIXRP.com. This is the biggest news for XRP in a while, folks. CME Group had put this out. And remember, CME Group was an investor in Ripple early on. Starting July, and remember, all the money, derivatives, $1.4 quadrillion. Starting July 29th, benefit from transparent pricing on two new cryptocurrencies, a CME CF Internet Computer dollar and XRP dollar reference rates and real-time indices are added to our expanding suite of benchmarks. Brad Garlinghouse retweeted, he says, first step towards institutional crypto products is to have a trusted benchmark reference rate. Nice to see CME Group and CF benchmarks, okay, I need to follow them, collaborate on this for an XRP index. The market has spoken. Now, I saw a lot of comments in this where they were like, what does this mean? In other words, what does this mean for XRP? That's what we're going to talk about in DAIXRP.com. So here we go. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family. We're going to talk about this benchmark rate, reference rate in DAIXRP.com. Here we go.